This is Sung Jin-Woo. He is known as the world's weakest hunter, and despite being an E-rank hunter, he constantly risks his life to provide for his family. He is mocked by other hunters and struggles to survive even the easiest dungeons. It is not until he is met by a god who grants him a video game-like system that he is given the power to level up his abilities. The system also forces him to work out every day, and the skinny kid who is classified as the weakest hunter metamorphosizes into an absolute powerhouse. What makes Sung Jin-Woo's physique inspiring is that it's actually achievable. Unlike other anime characters with exaggerated, unattainable physiques, his build is actually realistic. I'm going to show you exactly how to carve out a physique just like his. Let's break down what makes Sung Jin-Woo's physique stand out. From his broad shoulders to his defined core and powerful frame, understanding these key muscle groups will help us target the areas that create the athletic look. Now, the first muscle group, and probably the most important, are the shoulders. Sung Jin-Woo's shoulders are wide and well-rounded, giving him the iconic V-taper look. The shoulders are made up of 3 heads: the front delt, the side delt, and the rear delt. The front delt will give your shoulder separation between your chest, the side delt will make your shoulders broader, and the rear delt will make your shoulders pop from the back, giving it that 3D look. The back is another crucial area to focus on as it complements the shoulders, giving Sung Jin-Woo a smaller looking waist. 2 key muscles define the back: the traps and the lats. The traps run from the neck down the middle of your back, while the lats flare out to create the width that emphasizes a broad and powerful upper body. Sung Jin-Woo's chest, while not overly bulky, is defined and muscular along with his abs. For the legs, we can divide them into 3 regions: the hamstrings and glutes, the quads, and the calves. Sung Jin-Woo most likely has well-developed legs, as they are critical for providing the explosive power he needs for his dynamic movements. Now that we know which muscle groups to focus on, let's create a 4-day training split. On day 1, we'll do a push day focusing on movements that target the chest and triceps. On day 2, we'll do a pull day emphasizing the back, biceps, and forearms. Day 3 will be geared towards training our shoulders. And finally, on day 4, we'll alternate between core exercises and legs. So for day 1, we'll start with the old reliable, the push-up. However, instead of doing 100 push-ups like Sung Jin-Woo did, we'll focus on performing 5 sets of 15 high-quality push-ups. By focusing on 15 push-ups, we can maximize time under tension, leading to greater muscle growth and activation. And if you're doing the push-up right, such as pulling your belly button into your stomach, you'll be able to train your abs at the same time. If you can do more than 15 push-ups with proper form, which is slow on the way down and fast on the way up with a full range of motion, you can move on to 15 archer push-ups. To perform an archer push-up, you want to shift your weight towards the working arm, keeping the extended arm straight and out to the side for balance, almost like you're doing a 1-arm push-up. If you want to target your triceps more, which will help give your arms a bigger look, you want to bring your hands in. And if you want to target your chest, you want to bring your hands out. Just make sure that you're always tucking in your elbow on the way down when you're doing a push-up. When you feel like you can do 15 quality archer push-ups with proper form, you can move on to dips by putting 2 sturdy chairs together. You can also just get a dip bar on Amazon for $50. To perform a dip, you want to lean slightly forward, targeting your chest, or stay upright if you want to focus on your triceps. On day 2, we'll target our back with 2 key exercises: rows and pull-ups. For pull-ups, a $25 door frame pull-up bar works perfectly, but if you're worried about damaging your door, you can find a monkey bar at a local park. Aim to complete at least 2 sets of chin-ups, 10 to 12 reps, and 2 sets of pull-ups, 10 to 12 reps. And we want to focus on a full range of motion, emphasizing the stretch at the bottom. If pull-ups are too challenging, use a chair positioned slightly in front of you for added assistance. Chin-ups will emphasize your biceps more, while pull-ups will engage the back muscles more directly. When doing a pull-up, you want to think about bringing your chest to the bar while tucking in your belly button. This will help you engage your core and your lats. If you want to add some variety or additional volume, you can either perform 2 more sets of pull-ups or incorporate rows using assistance bands or dip bars. For assistance band rows, you want to pull the band towards your obliques. For dip bar rows, you want to pull your body up while maintaining control. These exercises also work your forearms. Personally, I've developed my forearms through pull-ups alone, but if you want to do more direct work, you can use lever lifts by holding one end of a broomstick and raising it slowly up by bending your wrist. On day 3, we're going to focus on training the shoulders. Now, training the front delts is optional since they're already engaged during most pushing movements like dips and push-ups. But if you want to hit your front delts directly, you can perform the pike push-up. To perform the pike push-up, you want to start in an inverted V position with your hips raised and your head aligned with your arms. Lower your head toward the ground by bending your elbows, aiming to touch your forehead lightly to the floor, and then pushing back up to a starting position. You want to maintain control throughout the movement, focusing on proper form. You want to aim for about 3 sets of 12 reps. For side delt development, we'll focus on lateral raises as they play a crucial role in creating broader shoulders. And you don't need heavy weights for this. All you'll need is 10 to 20 pound dumbbells. But if you don't have dumbbells, you can fill a bag with books and use that as resistance. To perform the exercise, extend your arm out to the sides while pulling your elbows slightly back and up. Move quickly on the way up and lower slowly to maximize muscle engagement and control. We can aim for about 4 sets of 15 to 25 reps on each side. For the rear delts, we're going to do rear delt flies. You want to do the same thing by grabbing some dumbbells you're comfortable with or a household item. Once you get that, you want to bend at your hips so your torso is almost parallel to the ground. While holding the weights in each hand, raise your arms out to the sides in a wide arc, then slowly lower them. You want to aim for at least 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. On day 4, we're going to focus on legs with one of my favorite exercises, the Bulgarian split squat. This exercise stands out because it's a lot more challenging than a standard squat, and it offers excellent potential for overloading weight, especially at home. So to perform the Bulgarian split squat, you'll need something to elevate your back foot, like a chair or a couch. The movement involves squatting with one leg while keeping the other elevated behind you. To target your quads, keep an upright torso and focus on pushing your knee forward as you descend. This position provides a deep stretch in the quads and emphasizes their activation. To shift the focus on your hamstrings and glutes, lean your torso slightly forward while ensuring your knee stays aligned with your midfoot. For the session, perform 3 sets of 12 reps on each leg, emphasizing quad activation, followed by another 3 sets of 12 reps, focusing on glutes and hamstrings. If the movement feels too easy, you can increase the difficulty by either slowing down the eccentric, which is a lowering phase of the squat, or by adding weight, such as holding a dumbbell or any heavy household item. Next exercise is calf raises. Find a step or some stairs and position your feet on the edge, allowing your heels to hang off. Slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, then lower your heels below the level of your toes to feel a deep stretch at the bottom. Pause for a second in the stretched position before returning to the top. We want to aim for about 4 sets of 20 to 30 reps or until failure to fully work the calves. If you want to increase the intensity, you can add weight by holding onto a heavy object. Now, you may have noticed that I have not mentioned any ab exercises yet. That's because I generally don't recommend prioritizing ab-focused workouts since many compound movements like push-ups and pull-ups already engage your core. However, if you like to dedicate some time to training your abs, especially on your rest days, the hollow body hold is an excellent exercise for learning how to properly engage your core during compound movements. To perform it, lie on the ground with your hands extended overhead and your legs slightly lifted off the floor. Then you want to focus pressing your lower back into the ground by engaging your abs. Hold this position for as long as possible, aiming for about 4 sets at your maximum duration. The second exercise, which I think is the best exercise, is leg raises. This helps your abs stand out visually. You can perform these by hanging from a pull-up bar or supported by 2 sturdy chairs. Begin by lifting your knees until they are parallel to the ground, then lower them down slowly. For added difficulty, keep your legs extended straight, which increases the challenge significantly. Aim for about 5 sets of 20 reps, focusing on slow, controlled movement without any momentum. Now, I left a layout of everything we just went over in the description, but just to recap, we've broken down his physique into key muscle groups and created a 4-day training plan to help you achieve a lean, strong, and functional build just like Sung Jin-Woo. So on day 1, we did pushing movements for the chest and triceps. On day 2, we did pull movements for the back, biceps, and forearms. On day 3, we did shoulder development for the front delts, side delts, and back delts. And on day 4, we did leg training for the quads, hamstrings, glutes, and calves. And we also went over 2 optional ab exercises like the hollow body hold and leg raises. Building a physique like Sung Jin-Woo doesn't require anything flashy. Just dedication, smart training, and consistent progress. Take it one day at a time, focus on proper form, and adjust your routine as you get stronger. If you're looking for more fitness tips or you want to follow my fitness journey, check out my other videos for additional guidance. Thanks for watching, keep leveling up, and as always, train smart.